Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I, Billy Muhammad Dore, doing Master Project Management at Open University of Malaysia, OUM, facilitated by Center of Postgraduate CIMAT University in Mogadishu. Today, suggesting my topic on project assignment in project quality management. I've just selected by topic of emergency life saving sustainable in water, sanitation and hygiene program services WASH. Let me thank to my facilitator, Professor Dr. Abdul Qadir Nur Jibril, and Dr. Yunus, Dean of Postgraduate Studies. So let me thank also acknowledge my colleagues at some action against disaster Somalia. So let us start the topic that just we will measure in quality management in this project. Emergency life-saving sustainable in WASH services, the flood affected by most vulnerable underserved communities living in Beledweyne and district, Hiran region, Hirshabelle. The topic just we will discuss is water, sanitation and hygiene program in emergency life-saving sustainable WASH and project quality management in this session. So we're going to start introduction of project and the project background. Water in Somalia, introduction, water in Somalia, one of the main challenges. You see Somalia, there is a challenge caused by droughts, climate change, and the human conflicts. Moreover, an existing water sources inadequate terms by accessibility, quality, and quantity. However, this prolonged conflict is leading by destruction of the key institutions by crucial infrastructures and have a bad consequences for the water quantity and quality because of mismanagement of irrigation, underground water assessment is damage all water infrastructures and water supply scheme in the rural areas and the urban. Also it is affected. So the groundwater is the most, also there is contamination in the groundwater. There is affected by somehow no access clean and adequate clean water for the communities. Introduction, lack of sanitation of water safe services for poor hygiene in significant contributors by high rates of diseases in Somalia. A comprehensive approach by reducing malnutrition and the diseases, including increasing access, sanitation, safe water services, addressed by the hygiene behavior change, quality, poor management, and the chronic water cause, chronic and the acute diarrhea, integrated interventions which include by water WASH components can help reduce incidence of diarrhea, getting good water sanitation and hygiene in good quality, like basics of excavation of shallow wells and deep wells, like drilling of a wells. It just reduced by incidents and diarrhea. There is like treatment, water treatment and the wastewater management. The impact of a flooding component in this project by economic and social impacts of, like in the area of COVID-19 escalated conflicts, forecasts below the average of good rainfall from October to December 2020 resulted furthermore deterioration of an humanitarian outcomes affected by communities in Hiran through 2021 above average of a rainfall locally and upstream areas in Ethiopia highlands caused by flooding which affected Gedo, Hiran, Middle Juba, Middle and the lower Shabelle regions. The flood have intended the roads, wash access of a drinking water, poor sanitation and displacement has been reported. Some floods affected by districts undercoming by the need for an urgent repair, rehabilitation, damaged wash infrastructures, like all wash infrastructure damage for the profession to get enough clean profession for getting clean water. So water infrastructure is included, all water infrastructure from the wash infrastructure, so I will say wash infrastructure is included by in urban and rural infrastructures like animal draughts, like shallow wells, boreholes, dams and artificial dams, all by affected by the damaged. They needed rehabilitation for enhanced water quality management. Under this, UN OJA agreed with some action. We are in the background of the project still. Under this agreement, an UN OJA agreed by ADSOM carry out by the following case activities within the project of water profession for getting safe water 1,000 households, represented by 6,000 men and women and children, affected population through water vendors, water tracking by using FOJA, water FOJA, WV, as in with the rate of WV. Rehabilitation, they have taken by rehabilitation and construction 29 flood damaged shallow wells within hand pumps established, and the capacity building training for gender balance 29 wash committees, 58 wells operators shared by equal men and women to ensure community service in operation maintenance coupled by training DDR and the conflict resolution mechanism cross-cutting. Groundwater quality in many areas of Somalia in either saline, acidic, or most often by the biological quality, both surfaces and underground water questionable by linked high temperature and poor environmental sanitation. This I mean the groundwater quality in all these areas Somalis are saline, just and acidic. The most often biological quality, both surface and ground, questionable by link by high temperature, poor environmental. So that's why we selected the topic of water, sanitation, and hygiene. They need sanitation. During the dry season, rural population tends by depend on more quality of a water valuable. Do not worry much about the water quality. People in Somalia and this area, just the project is affecting, they do not worry about the water quality, thereby created by serious public health. They worry about water quantity. And also say more the quantity of a water available and do not worry much about water quality. So we needed an enhanced water quality project management. That's why we selected reasonable this topic to get in much idea for water sanitation and hygiene in Somalia, much clear picture for water sanitation and hygiene in rural and urban areas in Somalia, and that specific Hiran. Quality project management. Needed quality is quality management. This is what all why we are talking these issues needed by quality management. We either understand that quality control is never-ending mechanism. Never-ending mechanism that begins the end of the project. More about eliminating or avoiding low performance output. Then testing and correcting it. For further beginning of the project, the final steps of a project completion period is an integral part of all project management system. Quality improvement, as you see here, we talk to wash standards and wash cluster and the areas just affected by droughts in Somali and Hiran region. Quality assurance required by quality improvement required by quality assurance. You want to improve the quality of product services instead of only running checks or finished product. Quality testing relies by procedures that the create of the product to deliver service plan do method. Probability probably by the most of the well-known method identifying the processes of if improvement. Do plan method. Check do plan. Today. Thank you for watching our presentation today. The project was water sanitation and hygiene in quality management. So we had only 10 minutes as required by class suggestion period. So sorry we could not get enough time more than this. Thank you very much.